All right, painting students. We're going to continue our look at color theory in painting. This is about the color schemes. First, we learned a little bit about the color wheel where we have our primary colors. Yellow, red, and blue are our primary colors, and you cannot mix anything to get those three colors. They're the primary colors which all other colors come from. So when you mix red and yellow to primary colors, you'll get the secondary color of orange. When you mix red and blue together, you'll get the primary color of violet. And when you mix blue and yellow primary colors together, you get the secondary colors of green. So those are secondary colors: green, orange, and violet. And as you know, when we continue with that, a secondary and a primary color, you'll get your tertiary colors: the red violet, the red orange, the yellow orange, the yellow green, the blue green, and blue violet. Those create your tertiary colors. Now, if you ever hear the word hue, that is referring to color. Color and hue are equivalent. The hue is the pure color. When you add white to that color, you'll get a tint. So you've gotten a lightened version of that color. If you add gray to that color, you'll get a tone. And if you add black, you get the shade. So you've got hue, tint, tone, shade. Now the hue is the actual color. You also have saturation. So I look at it this way: just like when something is saturated with water, it is completely saturated or full of water. When a color is saturated, it is the full, bright, intense color. When it is not saturated or it's losing saturation, it is becoming less and less colorful. So no saturation would be this gray color. Complete saturation would be full color. And then also you have your values. So adding white, creating that tint, moving towards your shades that are created with the black. Warm colors are a psychological impact. We oftentimes see warm colors as bright, warmth, shiny, happy colors. We associate it oftentimes with the sun or fire. That gives you the sense that they are warm colors. Cold colors, we oftentimes think of green grass and water, and those give you the psychological impact that those are a cooler temperature of color. Here's an example of a color scheme using warm colors. And here is a color scheme using cool colors. Complementary colors are colors that are directly across from each other on the color wheel. They oftentimes are opposites and are most often dynamic. They really have a lot of electricity into them. Oftentimes, if you want intense colors, you pick the complement. It has the most contrast. It is oftentimes used by teams. Split complementary is the colors next to its complement. So it might be this triadic group of colors here. This is the complement of blue, but you would instead choose their neighboring colors. Kind of has some nice combination. Triads and tetratic colors are basically the same types of things. So triadic is the three colors that are equally distanced from each other on the color wheel. For example, the primary colors and the secondary colors are triadic, the yellow, red, and blue. You could also go with a tetratic, which is a square type of, or a rectangle combination of hues. Analogous colors are those that are next door to neighbors to each other. So that is oftentimes a nice, peaceful group of colors. They're similar to each other and they get along well, and they are similar and work well together if you want a triadic, like this image here. Monochromatic is one where you just choose one color and you're making that color up with the tints, tones, and shades of that same hue, like this image here. All right, that's the end of our color schemes. We will be using these in future paintings. Stay tuned.